season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
The Vols buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. The give to the back. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Flushed out of the pocket. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. First down here for the offense. Was to pass. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go ahead and make a statement to that.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Fortunate not to lose yardage on that. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's looking into the middle. Fires and picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his 2nd right there.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
On the move, it's Clark. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Spins away from the defense. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down. This offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Scanning the field, it's Owens. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
A lot of things have gone right for this offense, but I think this quarterback right now is playing with a little too much confidence. He held the football way too long that time in the pocket, and he ended up taking a hit, which forced the incompletion. He's got to keep playing fast. The ball has got to get it.
Off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Together here as they start from their own 21. Running back searching for a hole. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Creates a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Play of the quarter coming. Grab Jefferson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab on the big throw. Finds some room. Touchdown, Volunteers. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Avant. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And you want to run the football. And that's okay. He'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Buys a little time with his feet. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Clark. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the single back. There he goes. Hits him with a stiff arm. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. He's already thrown 1 interception, and before this gets in his head, I think the way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes you get rushed and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Pick off! What a play by this defense!
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Turning it on!
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Across the 35. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown ball! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Back to throw, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Taylor. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot. Oh, he's got some space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. He's now over 150 yards on the ground, and you start putting yourself in that ethereal company of great Longhorn running backs.
Yeah, there's so many of them that we could go back, and Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and just recently Bijan Robinson. Man, they find highly, highly talented dudes. Just guys that you know when you hand them the ball, good things are going to happen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Taylor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Looking to pass. It's Owens. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
From the gun, the ground game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for room, it's Clark. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Boom. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Vols will hustle to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Comes the Texas offense back on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And here's the third interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Volunteers. The defense putting points on the board.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker. Always, that's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll toss it to the left. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Neyland Stadium, alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Owens. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Butler. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense in a bunch formation. The snap sets up to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The kick is on its way. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Power football with the run. Runs for the tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Volunteers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Toss sweep to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room.
I'm definitely trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Quick strike through the air for the score. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Biletnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
To the air, it's Owens. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Winston. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
no doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
The running back has it. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Trying to punch it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll give it to the back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mountaineers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Off the play fake on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Looking for the 2-point try. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Looking to fire. And down he goes back at the 3. The Vols are in the hurry up. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45, out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Vols with the 1st and 10. someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.